Hold it. Move out.
From out of the West, Dick Powell's ZANE Grey Theater.
This is an Indian arsenal, and contrary to popular belief, the bow and arrow was just one of many weapons he used in battle. Swords, for instance, were known to the Indians long before the white man arrived. With a shield made of buffalo hide and this bone sword, he was the knight of the desert. When he had a bone to pick with anybody, he did it literally. Here's an interesting weapon used by the Huron Indians. It's called a bola, and it's deadly. Now, that's something you can really get wrapped up in. Then there were tomahawks, boomerangs, war clubs. Anybody could join. And this innocent-looking little thing that appears to be a fishing pole isn't a fishing pole at all. It's a blowgun. With a dart dipped in wurlei poison, it was lethal, and as easy as blowing out a candle. And just as quick. In this week's story, Vengeance Canyon, you'll see how an Indian attack endangers the lives of a small group of men. Our stars are Walter Brennan and Ben Cooper.
Better start talking, mister. I'm about out of patience.
I told you, I saw smoke. Thought it was Comanches.
There ain't no Comanches in 100 miles of here.
I heard different.
Where you heading?
There's a man in Melita I've got to see.
The road runs from our Negra to Melita. Joe, don't you come? Why don't you take it?
They told me this trail was 2 days shorter.
Then you did come through our Negra, huh?
That's right.
Think he's a lawman? Clint Harding. That you?
That's right.
What you want with this man in Melita?
That's personal between him and me.
You're a sassy young punk, ain't you?
I ain't the jumpy kind, if that's what you mean.
That horse shod, Joe?
Yeah, we're ready to move.
What about put out the campfire? You want it too?
Don't kill him now. That's stupid. We need an extra gun.
What are you talking about?
The kid's right about the Comanches.
Well, you're crazy.
I've been seeing Indian signs for the last couple of days.
Why didn't you speak up before?
There's no point in it up to now. 2 or 3 bucks is all I could make out. They wouldn't jump us in the open. But that canyon there, that's a different kettle of fish.
Comanches.
They smell Comanches.
Should we turn back?
We can't turn back. We can't stay here. Gotta keep moving and hope for the best. They ain't have to follow us after we cross the river. That's Kiowa country.
Comanches. You're crazy.
Maybe. But if that's an narrow canyon, I'm right. 4 guns is better than 3.
Bring his horse in. We'll move.
Rest your horses. I'm going to take a look ahead.
Keghead. You want to bring every Comanche in the territory down on us?
What makes you think they don't know we're here? Likely as not, they watch every move we're making.
Well, if they're up there, why don't they do something? Why don't they attack?
They got plenty of time. We'll keep. Thanks, Chief.
Joe, I reckon I ought to thank you for back there.
Oh, that's all right. I had a kid of my own once. She'd be about your age now. And I got my own scalp look out for, you know. And then there's another thing. We need you.
You really come from Maleta, like he said?
Maybe.
I'm looking for a man about your height. Maybe 8, 10 years younger.
That ain't much to go on. Ain't you got no handle?
Probably changed it by now. Used to be Dan Harding.
Harding, huh? Kinfolk?
Last heard of around Maleta, they tell me.
What's he done?
Murder, down in the Pecos, for one thing. Don't rightly know what else.
Why are you looking for him?
He's my father.
Oh.
I come to kill him.
Well, let's get going. What are you waiting for? We're going up the switchbacks.
It's a lot longer, as I remember.
So it is.
Well, we come down Slit Canyon last week.
Things ain't the same as they was last week.
I looked over every foot of this trail for the last hour. There ain't been a pony over it since that rainstorm the day we come down.
How come no horse tracks?
Comanches is holding to the ridges like they always do.
Then we'd be setting ducks for a war party if we go riding single file up that Slit Canyon.
The only Comanche around here is in that crazy old buzzard's head. I'd have left you in the Pecos where I found you.
How far is it to the river up the switchbacks?
About 4 hours.
It's 3 hours longer than I aim to take. Be pitch dark by then. I'm going up the canyon.
You do that.
Anybody going with me?
Let's go with him, Joe.
Nope.
And I'll go alone.
Killian, we divide up first.
We divide up in Maleta. Anybody don't trust me is welcome to come along. I'll fire a shot when I get through.
You gonna let him go?
He won't be going far.
Yeah, but he's just riding off with the money.
He's taking his first lesson in Comanche. You want to join the class? Go ahead. You've had an invitation, you know. Killian, wait up! Well, you might as well climb down. We're going to be here for a spell.
What are you gonna do?
Wait for that shot.
Listen. You gonna let him run off with your money just like that?
Oh, if he gets through, he'll find me. Or I'll find him. Say, I've been meaning to ask you something. Ever since you said you came through our Negri. I suppose you know about this money and how we come by it.
I must have got in town just after you left. Folks weren't talking about anything else.
When we was coming out of the Wells Fargo office and running for horses, a little kid ran out in the street, right in the line of fire.
I know.
How is he? You don't mean...
They buried him. Friday.
I couldn't catch up. He's gone. I reckon you're right, Joe. We'll just sit tight and wait for that shot. Pecos, you said.
Huh?
Killian. Picked you up in the Pecos.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people living here now since the war.
Not so many a man ain't known by reputation.
You come through Pecos, did you?
Uh-huh. Rode the river from the Bravo to the Canadian.
That's a long drag.
Not if a man's got something to keep him going.
Hate him that much, do you?
Just let me run into him. I don't care what happens after that.
What'd he do? Beat you up, push you around or something?
Never laid a hand on me. He killed my mother. Walked out when I was 8 years old. I never saw her smile again. In a year, she was dead. Just the thought of getting my hands on him has kept me going 13 years. Just the thought.
You're awful young to hate so hard. I started out just like you did. Hating somebody and his friends and their friends. Till it grew inside of me like a blasted loco weed. Look at me now. They should give me a medal. Hooray for Joe. Shot down a 6-year-old kid in the main streets of Agua Negra. That's where hate will take you. Seems to me you ought to figure there's two sides to every story. And everything's black and white to a kid. I'll lay you the Deborah filled you so full of... Oh, what a dirty louse your old man was.
Deborah. How did you know that name?
Now take it easy.
How did you know it?
Leave that alone and pick up your gear.
Look, it's all here. We can backtrack.
Backtrack nothing.
Well, they're up ahead of us.
They're
Joe.
behind us, too.
How do you know so all fired much about it?
That'll keep. I got some questions.
You stay out of this, punk. Hey, what is this? Will you come off pulling a gun on me?
I reckon I owed you that one. Now, nobody's going anyplace till you tell me something.
Put up that gun.
How did you know that name?
I said put up that gun. Now look, I don't give a hoot about that carcass of yours. After we're out of this, you can go get yourself hanged and the devil take you. But we ain't out of it. And until then, I want to hang on to my hair. We got 3 guns left and we need every one of them. There'll be no more spook plays after we cross that river, you savvy? You're so all fired worry about how I know your grandma's name. Here, read this. I picked it up and killed him, throw it away. And now that that's settled, let's get out of here.
Sorry, Joe.
That hombre. Never tell which way he's going to shy next.
You got anything to talk about? Do it where I can hear you.
I'm sorry, Brock. No offense.
What are you cooking up?
Simmer down, will you?
Simmer down nothing. You've messed up this whole deal right from the start. Cutting through the malpais up this fool canyon.
Listen, Brock. I don't like you. I don't trust you, and I never did. But right now, I need you. I hate to admit I gotta lean on that chicken-hearted coward.
Who you calling a coward? One thing I never did, mister. I never shot down any kid.
Look, the horses.
They're gone.
Comanche's got the horses.
Can you beat that? Without a sound.
I'm getting out of here. I'm heading back the way we came, and nobody's stopping me.
You're crazy. You ain't got a chance.
I haven't got a chance if I stay here. You two will see to that.
Brock!
Thought you'd get it all, didn't you?
Put down that gun and use your head. You won't get a half a mile.
I'm warning you, Joe.
Where'd he get you? Let him go.
You gonna let him get away with it?
The money? It ain't yours. It ain't even mine. Right now, it ain't important. Let him try to get out with it. That's 4 slugs. He's got 2 left. I figured I could handle him. A man's entitled to a wrong guess or 2. Reckon I had 1 too many. Comanches can count too. No use, kid. I gotta rest a spell. Now don't you go scared on me.
What are they hiding for? Why don't they come out and fight like white men?
This ain't sport to them Comanches. This is business. Taking scalps makes him a big man in the tribe. Like money with us.
Well, they won't take mine. I'm gonna get to my later.
Still feeding that grudge, huh?
You know, my wrist is still sore. My father used to have muscles like yours. I used to watch him tending forge, slamming sparks out of the red-hot iron. You ever do any blacksmithing?
A little.
Where you were shoeing a horse back there looked like a professional job to me.
You better lay down and get an hour's rest. I'll wash for a while.
You need it more than I do.
I can't sleep anyway with this leg. You might as well take it while you can get it.
How you doing?
I'm making out.
You know, I always thought I'd recognize my father if I run across him.
My height, you said? My age?
About. You read the letter. Oh, it's funny, I look at you and things seem to kind of come back. I'm not sure, but I think I remember harmonica music.
Still itching to get your hands on his throat, ain't you?
Let's go.
Joe, I'm all right. Take cover.
I can't see any Comanches up there. You stay where you are.
Yep.
Joe, I can see the river from here. We're gonna make it.
Sure, we'll make it.
Up here.
All right. your shots, kid.
I can see the river. If we can get there.
They got us penned and they know it. When they're sure we are out of cartridges, they'll rush us. This is playing Injun for keeps.
My father was laid up once. Horse kicked him. Broke his shoulder. We played Indian together then. Every day while he was in bed.
Yeah, I know.
What are you saying?
You read your grandma's letter. You know, there's one sure way of recognizing your old man. The birthmark.
Joe.
Take a look. You chip off the old block, boy. That loco weed inside you's got his roots down deep. Pretty soon you'll get to hate everybody. Maybe even end up like me. Shooting down a 6-year-old.
Joe, you're just not like I expected you'd be.
You ain't the hating kind. Really ain't. Hold it. Man, get yourself killed that way. Gotta get settled down. We're gonna be here for a spell.
Joe, tell me why.
I figure you'd go through life thinking every other man was your father. Unless you know the truth. Hold it, leave it there.
Why?
Maybe they're doing us a favor. You know, a man might get off of that ledge under that smoke cover. Go on.
What, and leave you here?
I can't travel on account of my legs, but I can keep their heads down if you get to the river, and I can hold them off till you get back with help. Go on, get going. The smoke's clearing already.
You sure you got enough cartridges?
I got a pocket full of them. They won't even get close. Now, vamoose.
Joe, I don't know what to say.
You gonna stand there all day yammering? Go on, get going, or we're both finished.
I'll come back, Joe. Now you hold tight.
Three left.